free throw. And a technical foul call. I think it's on Tim Duncan sitting on the bench. Somebody on the bench for the Spurs. Yep, it's Duncan, who was unhappy with the lack of a call or a call earlier. And he said something to Joe Crawford. Now, Crawford, as we said, one of the best in the business to the offense, maybe the quickest technical in the NBA of all the officials.
Well, you see, going into the timeout, Joey said enough to Tim Duncan, and Tim Duncan says the ball does not lie. That's why the foul shot was missed. Joey Crawford sending a message saying, hey, I'm not going to get into the debate all afternoon long.
Duncan's laughing. Joe Crawford's not laughing. Harris again to the basket. Howard now drives inside right over Roberto, and a blocking foul. Joey Crawford saying Roberto moving. Mike Popovich doesn't like that one either. And another technical foul. And this is when Duncan's out of the game. He's thrown Duncan out of the game. Crawford now walking over. That's the second technical, which has been automatically ejected. As we've been showing you, Duncan's been laughing. Maybe Crawford felt he was showing him up by constantly laughing. It'd be difficult to hear anything because of the crowd, and he was across the court. So Duncan is done. Greg Popovich very upset. He wants to talk about it. Now Crawford's going over to talk about it with Popovich. Again, a lot of it has to do with if you're showing up the referee. Duncan's telling Michelle Tapoido, I didn't say anything. But if he's sitting there laughing, then that Crawford feels like he's showing him up.
Well, at the same time, you're sitting there laughing. You have to understand, he already has one technical foul. Not the correct play if all he did was sit on the sideline and laugh. Tim Duncan means too much to his basketball team. Not saying a word sitting there. Joey Crawford cannot read body language and automatically sit with a technical foul and send Tim Duncan out. He can be laughing at anything.
See, now Crawford made that last call, and that was Duncan laughing at the last call, the one on Alberto, and he just felt that he was showing him up.
You can't interpret that from long distance.
No, and at that point, let's face it, we talk. Joey Crawford's one of the best in the history of the game. 31st year, I mean, for many years he's been one of the tops. But sometimes maybe in an instance like that, just don't look over there, look away. Let's go over to Michelle.
Well, I talked to Tim Duncan on his way off the floor. I said, did you say a word? And he said, no. I said, honestly, Tim, did you say anything? No, he adamantly said. And he had some choice language for Joey Crawford as he left the floor, guys.
We're getting this year all on a
Tim Duncan is tonight's Raw feed, and this is as raw as you will ever see, number 21.
You know what? Joey has a personal problem with me, and I can't do anything about that. I said 3 words to him the entire night, and in other words were 1 to 2 times he gave me technical. So he's obviously got a personal problem with me.
Were you surprised?
I'm not surprised. Sitting on the bench and laughing about a call and throws me out again. I'm surprised, of course.
And it looked like, from the broadcast, it looked like after your ejection, Crawford was mouthing to Pop. Tim knew exactly what he was doing. When he said something along those lines, it would have looked like what he said. Your thoughts and your reaction to that?
Well, Joey knew exactly what he was doing. He came into this game with a personal vendetta against me. It had to be, because I didn't do anything the entire game. As I said 3 words to him, and the 3 words that I said were I got fouled on a shot. There was one shot I took against Dirk. I pump faked. I took a shot. I got hit on the arm. And I said Joey got hit on the play. And I probably said it again when I came back down the floor. And that's all I said to him the entire game.
Can you think of a reason he would have a vendetta against you? Is there something?
Well, he gave me the last game playing against Indiana. I got a text from him there also. And so I got to imagine it stemmed from that or whatever. I don't know what his deal is.
Is this one of those things where you can't be aware, or maybe the next time he refs one of your games? I mean, it's gonna,
No, you gotta be aware of it, but I don't know what else they want me to do. If he wants camera time, then he's gonna call the text and he's gonna get the camera time he wants. So I don't know what his deal is.
Before the fact earlier this season, has there ever, through your career, has there ever been any back and forth with him that was any different than any other officials? or it's an issue that's happening?
It's just something that you'd have to ask him that question, because obviously he has a problem with me. I don't have a problem with Joey. He's got a problem with me, so that's a question for